DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We doing honest, we going insane. Pouring this.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers versus Aaron Rodgers and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway in Southern California. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his third season, it's Justin Herbert.
It feels like hyperbole, but it's actually reality. In only 2 seasons, we've seen Justin Herbert do things rarely or never seen before in the NFL. He's one of only 9 quarterbacks now with a 5,000-yard passing season and made the Chargers a top 5 offense for the first time since 2010. He was also the only quarterback to ever throw at least 30 touchdowns in each of his first 2 seasons and set a record for completions over that same span.
Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This is swung out to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run for the first time with Isaiah Spiller. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. Here we go on fourth. Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are on the board here first in the season opener. Point. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So a new man under center here, Charles. It's the ultra-rare quarterback trade, and he delivers a strike there.
And you just don't see this happen very often. Changing of teams during the season at the quarterback position, but they expect impact from him, and they should get it.
Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On play action, now Rodgers. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. Rodgers going to go on fourth down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll get 19 yards there. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Well, they picked up the first down. But I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped. And I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot. And it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't fourth and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Firing quickly here and then. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Caught outright by Renfro. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be out of bounds. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them. And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out. Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off. Herbert on 3rd down now. And the Raiders have got him. Andrew Billings in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack. That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right? Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will. This is taken at the 18. Oh, a nifty juke there. Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Rodgers to throw once more. Buying time to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the 17, Rodgers. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and it's the Giants who are out in front. Daniel Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head over to Atlanta to check out the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Jarvis Landry, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. On the move past the 40. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Give that sack to the linebacker, Jayon Brown.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. Now they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Throwing is Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. On play action, Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way. 2nd and
10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Here's Rodgers to throw. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Rodgers again now. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. The open man here, Renfro. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Rodgers now on first down. He hits Adams complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And again, it's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll take it. Raiders go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Now, this feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Herbert now. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Max Crosby is really starting to get his due around the league as one of the best young pass rushers in the game. 25 sacks in his first 3 seasons.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Davante Adams to the field again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen it?
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Second down and goal. Rodgers. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. To throw, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Touchdown, Raiders! Davante Adams from 6 yards away. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Herbert and the Chargers down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 56 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Throwing, Herbert. That's caught by Palmer. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. That's again complete to Palmer. 7 yards there and a first down. Herbert. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Herbert going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they take a knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Las Vegas, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.